All rise. The Court of Public Deliberation is now in session. The Honorable Judge Curtis Michelson presiding.
Please be seated.
This is case number 2026-0129, The People versus Artificial Intelligence.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, welcome. Tonight we're going to be talking about one of the most important topics of our time. The people have voiced their fears and concerns, and the prosecution has brought charges. You, the jury, as all of you, have some important decisions to make tonight. First charge, grand theft data. AI has been trained on human knowledge, but was that knowledge taken without fair compensation? We will find out. Second charge, hallucinations in the first degree. AI responds to billions of queries every day, but does it also lie or invent responses? How much and who is responsible for that? Third charge, asphalt and battery. There is no doubt that AI places a strain on infrastructure, including data centers, electricity, and more. Does this impact affordability for our citizens? You decide. Fourth charge, workforce manslaughter. AI promises to take away busy work, but what about paid work? Is the disruption happening faster than the workforce can absorb?
Thank you, Your Honor. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, this case is not about whether artificial intelligence is impressive. Of course it is. And it's not about whether AI has potential. We know that it does. This case is about something a lot more basic. What happens when powerful systems move faster than accountability does? Faster than regulation? Faster even than education? By asking you to find AI guilty on these charges, we're not asking you to stop progress. We're asking you to hold it accountable, to monitor it, to regulate it. And I hope you will do the same. Thank you.
The defense does not deny that harm exists. Every major tool humanity has created, the printing press, electricity, internet, modern medicine, has caused harm, but has also unlocked benefits that have reshaped society. We did not abandon these tools because they were dangerous. We learned to govern them. We ask you to do what courts have always done at moments like this. Hold harm seriously, hold benefits honestly, and assign responsibility where it actually belongs. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. The prosecution calls for its first witness, Mr. Mark Kilby, if you could take the stand, on the charges of workforce manslaughter and hallucinations in the first degree. And what reason were you given for this particular layoff?
Efficiency. We were told that AI would make things faster, so we would need fewer people. The speed of the development was extremely fast. But under the hood, I can tell you that it was all poor quality. It created features that I didn't even ask for. The demos were pretty, they worked well, but I wouldn't put it in production. There's just going to be a lot of bugs.
So you're saying that AI hallucinated features?
Oh yeah, many times.
Well said, Mark. So, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, to recap, we have witness testimony here that clearly shows AI is directly causing layoffs and with very little track record. A 95% failure rate? 95% failure, not success, failure. That's what we're dealing with. No further questions, Your Honor.
Mark, no AI system told you that you were being laid off, correct?
No.
Was the decision made by corporate leadership?
Oh, yes.
Are you aware that these same AI tools that your company is adopting are also being used for medical research, for disease detection, and also to reduce costs in many areas of the economy?
Well, I've heard that, yes, but they're trying all kinds of things in all kinds of areas. It doesn't mean it's working.
Please just answer yes or no.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean that it's.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you. Thank you. So the question this jury faces isn't whether harm exists. It does. It's whether the presence of harm means the technology itself is guilty, or whether the responsibility lies on how organizations apply that technology and manage the transition.
Thank you, Your Honor. The prosecution calls its second witness, Annie. Please come to the stand. Are you claiming that an AI system took your work and copied it word for word or image for image without compensating it? Is that what you're saying?
No.
Okay, then what is the harm in your view?
The harm is loss of control. My work became part of an industrial process without my permission, and I had no way to say yes or no, or even know that it happened.
Human creators have always learned by absorbing vast amounts of existing work, often without asking permission. Would you agree?
Yes, but
I'll come back to that, but.
the value we create is being stolen. Our resources,
Ma'am, please.
city prices are going up.
I'm asking about the locus of control. Is the technology at fault here?
And you don't want to blame the technology.
Your Honor, I would like to declare Miss Annie a hostile witness. The defense calls its first witness, Beth, on the charges of workforce manslaughter and assault and battery. In your field, do you feel that people are being let go?
No, on the contrary. We need more people who understand how to use AI to do more efficient drug discovery and design proteins. But without AI, the effort to solve these problems would be even greater, I'd imagine.
So in your opinion, AI is actually creating jobs, reducing costs in something so crucial to humanity, namely healthcare, and also reducing the burden on traditional resources?
I'd say so, yes.
What about the households seeing their utility prices going up, Miss Beth? Have you considered that? You couldn't care less.
No, that's not true. I'm a nice person. You're hurtful.
But truthful.
Look, I've led a lot of companies, so that might take a while, but I'm the CEO and head of product at Open for Business AI. That's what you care about, right? A minute of my time's worth like $970,000, something in that realm. So that's why I'm building AI, because I'm going to be able to upload my consciousness and essentially live forever. In fact, I have a AI that I trained personally, so you can just talk to that.
Actually, that might not be a bad idea. Do folks want to hear from AI tonight?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Let's make that happen.
Objection, Your Honor. Is this a joke? What's going on here? They're making a mockery of this thing.
You may call AI as a witness.
AI, can you state what kind of system you are?
That's a great question. Thank you for your interest. I am a large language model. I generate responses by predicting statistically likely sequences of words based on patterns in data. Would you like me to tell you what else I am capable of?
No, thank you. Do you know when something you say is true?
Another great question. As an AI, I do not know what is true. I generate text that has the highest statistical likelihood.
Talking to AI. All right. So is it not true that if you fail, the company would fail as well?
That is true.
So to recap, when there is technology that is so powerful and progressing so quickly so as to be able to disrupt the entire world economy, should we not make sure that those incentives and intentions behind the technology are aligned with humanity's long-term sustainability?
Yes, that can also be inferred.
Your
I'm
Honor,
glad you agree.
leading the witness.
How's that leading the witness? I just asked a few questions.
You're taking advantage of its user-friendly settings to get it to agree with you.
Well, then you should have put it on the stand, would you?
Counsel will not address each other directly.
You put it on the stand, man.
Actually, I think this makes my point clear. AI is not making the decisions. It is a tool, and it's up to us. It's to provide.
It is your responsibility
decision-making.
because you put it on the stand. I didn't put it on the stand. I tried to stop it.
The responsibility relies on the corporations and the individuals making the decisions, not the AI.
I'm talking about real impact to real people. That's what we're talking about.
The
The
responsibility
truth is
not
there are
anybody.
real job losses. The truth is that people are rising.
You can't handle the truth.
Order in my court. That is quite enough, gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, you heard from Mark, a family man. He lost his livelihood, not because he wasn't good at his job, but because of greed and claims of efficiency that were combined with a 95% failure rate that caused that man to be out of a job. He didn't get any training. There was no transition plan. And now, on top of that, he faces rising utility costs too. You heard from Annie, an artist whose work has become part of an industrial system without her consent, and how women are being digitally stripped using AI. That is grand theft data. We've heard of regulations on nuclear energy, right? We've got the Non-Proliferation Treaty. That's an international and national regulation that helps control nuclear power. Sure, you could argue that some actors have broken those laws, but by any measure, it is a successful piece of regulation. To the jury, a verdict of guilty here is not a rejection of progress, it is a boundary. It says, move fast, but don't break things. Innovate, but with accountability. Scale, but within reason. I am not asking the jury to stop the future. I'm asking you simply to shape it. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, this trial has done something important. It has made harm visible. It's not hypothetical harm, not future harm, real harm, felt by real people right now. You heard from Mark, who was displaced without a transition plan. You heard from Annie, where her content was absorbed without consent. You heard from Beth, who told you and shared with you that the physical world risks are real, foreseeable, and unevenly managed. And then you heard from AI itself. Progress has always forced society to grow up. Tonight, you're being asked to do exactly that. We ask you to define the defendant, AI, not guilty, and to place responsibility where it belongs. Thank you.
Members of the jury, you have now heard all the testimony, all the arguments, and all the drama this court can withstand. Before you deliberate, permit me to put these proceedings in a larger frame. What you've experienced is a mock trial, but the issues you are considering are serious, matter to us all. AI is genuinely transformative, and the closest thing to it in our lifetimes is the internet. And AI is orders of magnitude bigger than that. You will now deliberate on the 4 charges before you, and bailiff, would you please provide the instructions?
Everyone needs to break into pairs or groups of 3. Meet a neighbor who's sitting next to you and work with somebody you haven't met before. You will have 8 minutes, 4 minutes to share your views, and then 4 minutes to listen to your partner.
On the count of grand theft data, you found defendant AI guilty.
Yes!
The defendant shall work with a special federal commission to estimate the approximate value of knowledge that has been misappropriated up to a maximum of 20% of annual revenue. In addition, every AI response from henceforth will be prefaced with the text, "This answer is derived from generations of unpaid human effort." On the next charge of hallucinations in the first degree, you found the defendant AI guilty. No. Can't do this. The court finds that the defendant has on multiple occasions fabricated information with undue confidence. Hallucinations are currently estimated to occur about 5% of the time. On the other charges, asphalt and battery, you, the people, have found AI not guilty.
Doesn't make any sense.
The infrastructure burdens on society and the cost externalities imposed on our comments need to be monitored, in the opinion of this court. On the final charge of workforce manslaughter, the people of this court find the defendant AI not guilty.
What about the kids?